Alrighty, everybody. Great day. Great day. My name is Scotty Merker, and I'm excited to be here with you today. I live in Louisville, Kentucky, actually Prospect, Kentucky, on the northeast side of Louisville as you head up the Ohio River towards Cincinnati in the United States of America. As I know we could have people here from well over 100 countries joining us at any time. It's excited to be here. And you see a really big two-letter word, phrase, term. I don't know what it's technically called these days. But what I want to share with you right now is that these next roughly 30 minutes or so we're going to spend, if you're a guest, and let me back up and say welcome if you're a guest. I said a little bit earlier, buckle in your seatbelts because we're talking about something unlike anything the world has ever seen. And let me share with you, the world is talking about this right now. Make no mistake about it. It's talking about it. And we're going to dive into this. But what I want to ask you to do is pay real close attention, get out your notepad if you need to, write down questions. This is moving so fast, it's happening so quick that literally it's hard for any one person to keep up with it. However, what I will share is there is no question that every single day that passes, this is going to start to affect you and your family's life more and more and more. And there's two sides of the coin. You can either be on the side of the coin where you're utilizing it in a way that benefits you, or you could be on the side of the coin where you're not. And unfortunately, people may not realize that, but not utilizing it to benefit you is actually going to be costing you. So I want to ask you a question. When you hear AI, what do you feel? What do you feel? Do you feel that you're doomed or do you feel that you're saved? Do you think that you're on the left and that the metal guy is going to come after you? And you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a human being. He is not the Terminator. I'm here to tell you he's an actor. It's not real. He's not the Terminator. He's not saving us from this dude over here. Or, and you notice the bigger picture on the right, I did that on purpose. Do you see that AI has the ability to literally enhance our lives in ways that maybe even today we can't imagine, but you do feel, you truly feel that your life is going to be better and in some cases significantly better in so many different ways in the near term? Or are you like most of us, where depending on what you hear, when you hear, who you hear it from, you're kind of vacillating, you're back and forth. Sometimes you're like, oh, I'm not too sure about that. And like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's how most of us are. But let me give you some reality really quick. And hopefully, if we don't have your attention, you will now. So I put something into ChatGPT and I said, with AI coming, what are the jobs that are most at risk right now? Because AI is going to create more gain, but also more loss than anything we've seen in the history of the world. And literally, these are the top positions that came up that said they will be most rapidly affected by AI. And there's more than this. This is just the top ones on the list. So I want to ask you, how safe is your position? How safe is your position? Now, if I don't have your attention yet, this next one will. I was talking to a good friend of mine the other day who's an ER doc, and he said, he said, man, he said, AI is so far away from replacing what I do. He said, it's not even close. I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, okay. And this was a week and a half ago. And within the last week, guess what I just found? I found that in China, they started an AI hospital. They started an AI hospital, and here's what's so groundbreaking by this. They put 42 AI doctors into this AI hospital. Now, here's the interesting thing is these are not chatbots. These are literally an AI doctor. It can diagnose, it can plan a treatment, it can follow up autonomously with patients. And it wasn't just doctors where you go in and say, hey, doc, I got a fever, I got a little headache, my throat's a little sore, I'm coughing, my nose is running, I scraped my elbow, can I get a Band-Aid and some Neosporin? No, I mean, I'm talking different specialties, even cardiology and neurology, which are two of the most intense in the entire world. What's even more impressive is, well, as you may or may not know, AI doesn't sleep. It's 24/7. And so those 42 doctors in a few days, literally a few days, diagnosed over 10,000 cases. Now, I don't know who you know that's a doctor. If you know Superwoman or Superman that's a doctor, and they've got 41 other Supermen or Superwomen friends that are doctors, you put them all together, they cannot do 10,000 cases. What's even more impressive is that they were 93.06% accurate on the US Med QA licensing benchmark. So I don't know if you follow things. See, my background is economics, timing trends, and psychology and marketing. And I love watching where things are going, where things are, and analyzing that. It's just one of my things. I kind of geek out on that. And so interesting is because I'm really into health and wellness, I also pay attention to the things that are causing people to exit this planet. And one of the top ones are mistakes that are made medically, not intentionally, not on purpose, but they are. So my point is This 93.06 is where we are today. And guess what? This AI doctors that we have, it's literally like a baby that has just come out of the womb. Bam, the doctor smacks it. They're getting ready to cut the umbilical cord. That's where it is today. And it's already at 93.06% accuracy. But here's what's even more impressive. Every one of those 42 doctors, let's say each of them are in a different field. Every time they diagnose somebody and they plan a treatment and they follow up, every piece of that is instantly shared with the other 41. So the neurologist is learned about cardiology. The cardiologist is learning about ear, eye, nose, throat. And the ear, eyes, nose, throat doctor is learning about a primary care physician taking care of family practice. And the family practice is learning from the gynecologist. They're all learning simultaneously. And guess what's happening? They're improving. And I don't know about you, but if you've ever tried to learn something new, for example, like a new language, you go in and you look at the alphabet or the symbols and you learn how to pronounce them. You learn colors, you learn numbers, all the basic things. Did you ever go through that and then set it down and come back in and instantly have it 100% every single time? I didn't. I struggle with that. My memory, hey, Einstein, one of the most intelligent people in the history of the world, could only retain 30% of what he saw or heard for the very first time. Now, let's say you're twice as good as Einstein, that's 60%. This AI baby's at 93% and getting better. So you kind of get where I'm going with this. Well, guess what? You can either be afraid of it or you can embrace it. You can probably still have a little bit of both, but I'm telling you this, if you don't embrace something, you're absolutely going to be left behind. And every single day that goes by, you're putting further and further behind for you and your family. And what I want to share with you is a solution. Obviously, some see this as a problem. I see it as an opportunity. The person that invited you, who thinks so highly of you, sees this as an opportunity because what we have literally in this crazy world trying to figure out, what do I do? Can I do it? Should I do it? Should I not? We have literally bringing to market within the next week to 2 weeks or so the single most comprehensive, user friendly, easiest to use, cost effective AI that has ever graced this planet yet, with a commitment and a promise to always stay on the cutting edge. So let's introduce you to Lev AI. That stands for leveraging AI to benefit you both business and personally. Now, what I want to talk to you about first is who is behind this, because a great idea, they're a dime a dozen, but if you don't have people that know how to execute, you are up a creek. You're absolutely up a creek. How many great concepts and ideas have gone by the wayside because you didn't have people that knew what to do? Now, I'm not going to say they're bad people, but many times they just don't know what they don't know. So, first one is heading this up is a guy by the name of Terry LaCour, who runs Terry LaCour Enterprises. He's done over $7 billion in business. I actually did an asset sale of a company that my partners and I had to him in 2002, and we worked together for a few years. So, I've known him for a long time, and I can tell you this: just do your research. Try to find anyone who knows more about bringing early stage products and or concepts to market, growing them, scaling them, supporting them in every facet that you need to, whether it's legal, whether it's accounting, whether it's technology, whether it's operations, whether it's whatever it is you think of. No one in this industry has done more than him with more companies, bottom line. And of course, he made an all-star hire. Blake Schrader, bringing in a person who's got a legal background, number one, and in the world of high tech, that is such a massive benefit. But more importantly, somebody who has 18 years of social commerce experience. He has literally headed up companies domestically, internationally. He's grown and scaled companies in many different parts of the world, all over the world. Most importantly, is what we're doing here in bringing this through grassroots. You see all these new technologies that are coming out. They're bringing products and services to market not by advertising the way you normally do, but by using a lot of word of mouth, just like Spotify, and just like if you look at Netflix, if you look at a lot of the fastest growing products or services, the majority of their growth is word of mouth. I mean, Amazon Prime, Costco, if you're in the United States or a couple of other countries, it's word of mouth. And so Blake is a master at bringing products to market where you have the ability for people to share with their family and friends. Because with new things, who do you trust? Do you trust an ad or do you trust somebody you love and care about? So we couldn't be in a better position. But let's take a look and see what some of the people out there in the industry are saying about this. The head of DeepMind. I mean, this is a person who knows AI like better than 99.999% of the people in the world. And bottom line, he said the difference here is pretty simple. With AI, it's going to be 10 times bigger than the Industrial Revolution and maybe 10 times faster. Well, guess what? That quote, which is not very old, it's already obsolete. It's happening even faster than that. So what's happening here is with Lev AI that you're going to learn about, you're going to find out how it is going to make it significantly more simple for entrepreneurs who want to launch, market, and grow a business. But not only that, if you have an existing business, it's going to help you to literally make that business a lot more effective, a lot more efficient at what you're currently doing. And if you're in a business and you want to add a new division, if you're in a business and you want to scale, if you're in a new business and you want to get a total separate business, let's just say anything in business, here's the two biggest things it's going to do. Number one, it's going to save you anywhere based on what your current functions are every day right now. It's going to save you anywhere from 3 to 5 to 7 to 10 hours per week. Now, I don't know what your hourly rate is. You could be making $20 an hour, or you could get $2,500 an hour. I don't know what you do, but what is the value of even an extra 3 to 5 hours a week? I can tell you this. When you take a look at what it's going to take to implement this on a monthly basis, you will have more savings just on your time in a week than this takes in a month. So you're going to see that in just a minute. If you're brand new starting out, no expensive CMOs you have to hire. You don't need to hire all these agencies or complicated tech skills that you need. None of that. I mean, it's going to save you so much money compared to what current people are doing. It literally allows a brand new person in business or an existing person in business that's in small to mid-sized business to now operate as if you were a large national or multinational corporation. It's that significant, and I'm not overstating this. Ask anybody who knows me. If anything, I understate things because I don't like all the hype and all the crazy speculation that goes on in business. So I kind of pull it down just a little bit to maybe help counterbalance that. No matter what you do in business, it's going to help. The second thing, guess what? With that extra time, if we could help you save 5 hours a week, 20 hours a month, what would you do with it? Many people say, hey, I'd put more time into family, more time into my wellness, more time into my hobbies. Many people say, you know what, I'd take some for family and hobbies and recreation, but I'd also put more into my business. Imagine if I could put more hours or take the hours I'm currently spending, offload the tasks that aren't income producing activities, and now focus part of those hours back into more income producing activities and still devote more time to my family, friends, loved ones, and the people I care most about. Wow, what a great value proposition, right? Well, let's talk about some of the things that Lev AI can solve. Now, if you're in business, these have to be on your mind. And if you work for a company, maybe these are one of the things you do. If it's one of the things you do, guess what? AI is going to do it better than you very quickly. So you might want to learn how to use AI to do it. But if you are a manager, if you're an owner, a partner, if you're involved in business, if you're a consultant, these are all things that business people need to think about. And you know what? They're complex, they're costly, they're fragmented. None of them work together. It drives people crazy trying to figure it out. Most of the people doing social media marketing today, they don't even know what they're doing. I mean, they do to a certain level, but I've got a really dear friend of mine who interfaces with all the top executives. I'm literally talking the top of every social media platform out there. And most people that are marketing these services for hundreds or thousands of dollars a month, they're wrong. They're wrong. And we're going to help you correct that. But more important than that is notice these different areas. There are AI out there you can buy. I'm not going to hide that fact. You could go out there and spend three, four, five, six, seven, $800 a month or more to get all these different pieces. But guess what? It's like hiring a bunch of executives to handle all these different areas, but you never have a meeting where they come together. The difference, though, is with our AI, with Lev AI, not only do they come together, but you know what? They learn from each other instantly. Every time one of them does one thing, the other ones, all of them know in a nanosecond. They don't even have to communicate. It happens automatically. We're talking about something that's so far out of the realm of concept or regular business, sometimes it's hard to wrap your head around it. But I promise you, the quicker you can get this, and here's the beautiful part. You don't have to know how it works. It's kind of like getting in your car and pushing the button or putting the key in and turn it on. Guess what? It just works and you drive it. That's all you need to know here. You don't need to be technical, and it's beautiful. What about the most important thing, guys, in any business? If you don't have customers continuing to buy, and if you don't have new people becoming customers and hopefully customers referring customers, your business is dead. Business starts with people that want to do business with you. And the thing that most people are worse at, and you're probably one of the ones that's great. If you are, congratulations, it's less than 1% of the total business population. Most people are horrible at keeping track of all their business contacts. I mean, how many of y'all have a bunch of business cards sitting in a drawer somewhere? I mean, if you're over 30 or 35, you probably got a drawer full, a box full. How many have the stack with rubber bands around them, right? Now, I know you're probably the one that went in and instantly, as soon as you get it, you're that one, type A on steroids, and you put it all in and you send them a follow-up message. You probably write a handwritten message and mail it to them. But if you're the other 99%, guess what? We're not doing that. But imagine a way to maintain a prospect list, a customer list, and interaction and everything where you don't have to maintain it right here. Your AI's maintaining it. I'm here to tell you what you're hearing now and what you're going to see. It's literally like if you could clone yourself. Imagine having two of you. I mean, have you ever asked people? A lot of times it's parents when kids are asking them to do all kinds of stuff. Like, what do you think? There are two of me? Or how many times you say, gosh, if only I had another one of me, that'd be amazing. Well, imagine if you could have another one of you, but it doesn't have to sleep, it doesn't eat, doesn't go to the bathroom, doesn't shower, doesn't work out, doesn't go to church, doesn't play sports, doesn't watch sports. I mean, all it does is focus on you, your business, and your personal life and making it easier, giving you more time and helping you make more money. That's what we're talking about. With some of the anxiety and some of the angst that you deal with, would that fade away? Well, guess what? That's exactly what we're talking about doing here. And this literally, just like that AI doctor that's the baby right out of the womb, what you're seeing right here is the Live AI baby just coming out of the womb. That's what we're seeing here. As good as this is, and trust me, there's nothing on the planet like this. Bringing all these together where they work together symbiotically, there's nothing like this. But this is just the beginning because literally you will see very quickly more and more and more improvement, more and more features, more and more ability to make your life easier and better. So these are the areas we're going to talk about. Let's break these down a little more in general. Let's start with my AI social. Now, since I shared with you earlier, most people don't do social right. If they did it right, guess what? Their sales would be exploding. Ask people how much their sales have increased because of social media. Most of them couldn't even tell you because they don't know the metrics, how to track it. And most of them don't even know what's really going on with social media. And I'm going to tell you, we can change that. We can change that literally with AI because it's going to learn you and it's going to learn everything about your business. And again, it's not going to take a year to do it, not going to take a quarter. I mean, it's going to learn like yesterday. It's going to know your business faster than any single person you could ever bring in as a consultant by far, and it's going to know it better. So it's going to be able to create engaging social posts literally in seconds. It's also going to be able to post directly to your profile. So imagine the ability to have basically, like I said, for pennies, the ability to have an entire AI agent, an entire AI consultant, better an AI social media you, a business partner. It's you learning social media. So your twin, let's just call it a twin. Your twin is learning the social media, so you don't have to. You need to know your business. Your twin's going to take that and say, hey, let me handle that for you. I'll get that covered for you. What about those contacts we talked about? Imagine every time you meet somebody, you could literally just take a picture of one of the profiles on like their LinkedIn or on their Facebook or their Instagram or their TikTok or their X, one of them. Imagine taking a picture and your AI twin, it's your partner, your business partner, your best friend. It may not replace your best friend in some ways, but I tell you what, on a business perspective and giving you time to have more time with your best friend and your family, it's going to become one of those, it's going to become your business best friend. So what's going to happen here is you're going to take that picture and it's going to literally go out and it's going to scour the entire web. I mean, you couldn't afford to pay a person to do this. Even if you have a big company, you couldn't afford to do it for every single contact. They'd fall behind within the first day to never catch up. But imagine you could, whether you put one in or 10 or 50 in, or if you're a crazy person, go in there and put 1,000 in your first day and watch what happens. You're going to see AI, your AI twin, scour the web because now you've got an AI contact twin. And by the way, this AI twin does it all. So it's really just one, but it's doing it all. And so it's scouring the web. It's learning everything about this person. What are their likes? What are their tastes? What's their address? What's their email address? What's their phone number? What city do they live in? Where do they travel? What do they do? And it's going to come back to you and give you all the important data points that you need. But then it's going to break down all these additional areas that are going to help summarize and let you know this person better than you could, even by knowing them for 5 or 10 years. And now instantaneously, you know this person better than most of the people that know them best. And then on top of that, imagine if as you engage with them, it could start to track that interaction and start to remind you when it's time to follow up. Now, I don't know about you. Have you ever forgot to write down? Like, have you ever been driving, had a call, and somebody said, "Hey, let's follow up tomorrow or next week on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m." And have you ever forgot to put that down? And the next week Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. comes, and that person's calling you or texting. You're like, "What do you mean?" Oh my gosh, I forgot. That happens to me. Sure, it doesn't happen to you, but guess what? It happens to me more and more, and I hate to admit it, but it does. But guess what? That's going to happen no more because my AI twin is going to take care of that. Now, here you go. This is what I was talking about. Literally a screenshot. Literally taking that screenshot and bam, it pulls in all these points, keep you on point, up to date with everyone. I mean, how many of your current customers do you really know? Now, you think you know them, but imagine getting all this data on your current customers. Then the next time you're having a call, how much more informed can you be to have a more intelligent and perhaps a more personal, connected conversation with your current clients than even you do today? How impressed do you think they're going to be when you're that much more engaged with who they are and what they're up to? Imagine, here you go. Put it all in here. You see these things: personality analysis, behavior, emailing, meetings, stressors, energizers, speaking, working, pain points, giving the pitch, presentations, building rapport. I mean, did you even know there's that many points to even think about or be interested in when it comes to one of your contacts? Here's the beautiful thing. Guess what? Now you didn't know it before. You don't need to worry about it now because your AI is taking care of it, and now you are going to know about it. Wow. Talk about advancing. Well, have you ever built a website for you or for your company? Do you know how much it costs to build websites? I mean, even the most basic websites done right are going to run you $1,000 to $2,000. It's not inexpensive. I mean, you can find some bargain basement ones out there, but you get what you pay for also. Well, imagine again, like I said, literally for pennies. Imagine if you could build a website anytime you want. Got a concept, got an idea? Maybe you thought about starting a business one time. Maybe you thought about writing a book one time. Maybe you thought about a new hobby. How would you like to put up a site? Do you do coaching? Do you do training, education? What do you do? What have you wanted to do? Have you thought about doing that? Imagine being able to go in just for fun, because it's included in your package and your AI knows you. It literally, you go in and say, "Hey, Levi, my twin, I want you to do this. I want you to build me a branded website for this concept or this business or this product or this service." And literally within seconds or maybe a minute or two at max, it's going to spit back a site. It's going to be hosted and published to the web if that's what you desire. Now, you might need to go back in and say, "Hey, the color on the background, I'd like it to be a little bit lighter." And that picture that you use, I was kind of thinking more of a sunset view versus an early morning view. Maybe you want to rearrange the buttons, or you want the navigation to be spaced just a little bit differently. But other than that, bam, you're ready to go. I mean, instantaneously. Think about every time you have an idea or concept, boom, you could pull it up and then you shoot it out to some of your contacts. Hey, take a look at this. Tell me what you like most about this. Is there anything that you would alter on this? And again, you're not paying a penny to do that because you already got your AI that you're paying for. Now, I know before I go further, you're probably thinking, "My gosh, this is going to be out of my price range," but I promise you, you're going to be blown away when you see the pricing. You're going to absolutely be blown away. I mean, I couldn't begin to imagine that a company could do what they're doing. But thank God somebody called me and told me about this as it was just getting put together. Now, here's another one, guys. Once again, like we talked earlier, not staying on top of people, but it's not only staying on top or staying in touch with people, it's staying on top and in touch with people intelligently. Because what's going to happen is AI is going to know your conversation better than you. I don't know about you, but can you remember every single thing you said? Literally, I just had something the other day where somebody said something to me in person. I walked in, they said something to me, but I had something else on my mind. 5 minutes later, I said something totally different than what they said. Like, I just told you, I'm like, "Well, I thought you said this." I don't know about you. I don't know anybody that can remember every single conversation with every person from day one going forward. Well, guess what? Your partner, your buddy, your pal, your AI twin is going to know every single one. So not only knowing everything that happened, so you're not going to have to worry about remembering it all, it also can even suggest possibilities for continual communication going forward. Of course, you always control it. It doesn't control you. Remember this. You control it. So it can suggest, it can share, it can create. And then if you don't like exactly what it is, you alter it a little bit. But imagine 95% of your communication being put together for you. So you don't have to take the brain power and the time to put it together. You can focus on income producing activities in your business or taking that time to spend with your loved ones. I mean, this is absolutely phenomenal. Once again, we talked about the ability to drive business, grow business, and scale your business, whatever it is, whether you're in real estate, whether you're in insurance, manufacturing, it doesn't matter. But getting new people to know that you even exist is where business starts. Now, from that point, it's up to you to impress them. It's up to you to have a great value proposition in the marketplace. But the front end is one of the most difficult things. Well, it just so happens that part of Lev AI is that you have the ability to leverage a database of 2+ billion people around the world. And these are 2+ billion people. I'm not talking about farmers in a third world country, and I'm not saying that in a disparaging way, but I'm talking about people who are engaged, that are in society, that are doing business, making things happen, and you're going to have access to them. So I don't know if you've ever bought leads before, but most lead programs are horrible. You buy a lead, other people have it, even if you get the premium lead within a day or so, other people have it. You're calling them, they're getting calls from other people, then it's pitting you against them. And I mean, it's a tough way to go. But imagine having access to this database and you go in and whether you want to pick 10 people, 20 people, 50 people, 100 people, maybe you have more than one business, so you want to pick 20 for this business, 50 for this business. Imagine going in and having the ability to get brand new prospects that are cultivated prospects based on, in your mind, what you feel represents the best possible prospects for your business, for your product, for your service. So you're going to have a number of different parameters. You can select from geography. Maybe you've wanted to open Australia, so you're going to start in Sydney. Maybe you want to get the city right next to you, like I'm in Louisville. Maybe I want to start doing business in Indianapolis, Cincinnati, or Nashville. Maybe I want to do more business in Louisville, my home city. Maybe I'm targeting a certain market. I say, well, you know what? I want people between 35 and 45. I want 50% men, 50% women. I want people who are entrepreneurs that either own or have owned a business. And I want people who make at least $75,000 a year. That's an example of parameters you could put in, and then it's going to pull back by scouring the web through these 2 billion prospects. It's going to pull them back in, and boom, it's going to drop them right there on your lap. And guess what? Then you've got them for life. Every single month, you're going to have the ability to get a certain number of new prospects that you can integrate into what you're doing. And by the way, that becomes a prospect that you have for the rest of your life as well if you ever do anything else. Oh, and on top of that, wow, you got that website that's got the funnels built in, the sales funnels. You got the ability to have auto respond and connect all these things together. I mean, these are all things that we either have now or we're going to have very, very soon. And so you literally have this total automation of bringing new people in all the way through to customers. And then you got your AI saying, hey, here's to stay on top. Remember, you're supposed to follow up. Here's a suggested thing you may want to say based on previous conversations. Again, what this is doing is allowing you to focus on a very focused, specific task list of income producing activities and giving you more time. I can't overemphasize this, more time for whatever it is that you love in your life. Like I love college football. I'm driving up to West Lafayette this weekend to go see University of Southern California, the Trojans play Purdue. I love USC and they're playing 2 hours away from me. So guess what? Imagine my AI, my twin is out there working for me and I get to go see a football game. I don't have to feel like, oh, I need to do that call, I need to do that. No, AI is taking care of it. And how about this? I said a little bit earlier, and so I kind of teased you. Yep, my AI. It's a video feature. You have two options here. One, you can create literally a like a business partner. We got a library of avatars. You have voices, different things you can have, or the thing that I love the most, I can duplicate myself. I mean, I want people doing business with me to see me. And whether they're doing business with me in person or they're doing business with my AI, I want them to be doing business with me. So we have an option in here, and it's my favorite one, although you do what you want to do, is you're going to literally be able to take some pictures of yourself, kind of like KYC, and then you'll be able to speak a pre-recorded clip, and it's going to literally pick up on your voice. It's going to pick up on the tonality, the voice inflection, the pace, everything. And then literally your AI twin when somebody's talking to your AI twin, guess what's going to happen? They're going to see you. They're going to see your face move with expression. They're going to see your mouth move perfectly when you're speaking with them. And oh, well, what if they speak a different language? Guess what? If somebody speaks Chinese, I don't. But my AI twin will speak Cantonese. What if somebody speaks French? I don't. My AI twin will. What if somebody speaks German? Not me. What if somebody speaks Spanish? Like a 2-year-old for me, but not for my AI twin. Over 150 languages, day one, your AI twin will be able to speak in. So this is a super powerful feature. And here's what I said. That's Larry Lane. He's one of our top guys in the company here. And that's a picture he took. And if you get a chance, check out one of the videos where it shows him speaking. I've seen him speak in Hungarian, I think, or maybe it was Turkish, Indian, and Spanish. And man, if I didn't know Larry, when I saw that, I would think, wow, Larry is trilingual, quadlingual, whatever you call that. I mean, it was unbelievable. But what's more unbelievable is it looks so real that if he had sent me that, and I didn't know he didn't speak that language, I 100% would have thought he spoke that. Now, a few of our testers, they've sent this to people in other countries, and these people said, wow, you speak better than most of the people in our country. Because let's face it, I speak Kentucky English. My English is horrible. And I butcher the English, the American English, of course, for the English from UK. I would crush that. I'm horrible. So you're going to have access to this, guys. Do you want an avatar? Do you want yourself? You do what you want. I'll tell you, with my background in psychology and understanding that for business, you definitely want to use yourself. So here's what you do. You give it a script and or you can have it write out a script, whatever you want to do. It's going to twin your voice. You're going to have pictures of yourself, and boom, it's set, ready to go. Now, I don't know if my picture is blocking that or not, so I want to move that out of the way. Let me move that down. But we've got two product packages starting right out of the gates. One is a basic one, the other one is a pro one. And you can look down the list here. I've already gone over all these things. If you just need the basic features, the main features, $49, and that's monthly, there's no contracts. You can have access to all of these. If you want some more of the advanced features, or if you have multiple businesses, you'll want the $99 one. But if you need to build websites, if you want the enhanced CRM with lead funnels, if you want to have access to that 2 billion searchable profiles, if you want all of those things, then you'll definitely want to have the Pro. Now, I'm going to tell you this also. One thing I would share is, again, depending on what country you're in and what your all's financial rules are, and if you're in my country, the United States, talk to your CPA. But most places in the world, that 49 or 99 is deductible, absolutely deductible. And for most people in most parts of the world, if we just helped you save 3 hours a week, that'd be 12 a month. It's going to more than cover the cost. So you got a double whammy there on the positive side. It absolutely is going to pay for itself, and especially because remember I said easy to use and we're going to help you learn. We're going to have all sorts of ability for you to plug into learning environments, both AI and people driven. As we all learn more and we have success, we're all going to share. So you're not just getting AI, you're getting a community of what's going to be the absolute number one global community of business professionals. More importantly, heart for humanity people that want more time with their family and friends and recognize that literally harnessing technology can allow them to do that. This is who you're tying into. If you decide to use this, you're tying in with us and you're going to have access to us to assist you. That, my friends, is worth significantly more than $99 a month. Now, here we go. For some people going forward in the future, you're going to have the opportunity to tie into an interactive AI avatar. What's that mean? You know what ChatGPT is? Well, imagine if you're ChatGPT. Imagine if people are reaching out to you and talking to you about things that you know, and let's say you got areas of expertise. If you have any data from the past, you'll be able to upload it all in there. You literally will have the ability from coaching and training and leadership to be available 24/7. I don't know about you. Do you sleep during the night? I do. Most of us do. But what about people halfway around the world? What if they want to chat with you? Well, right now they got to wait till you're awake. If you're doing business around the world, sometimes that's tough because we do need to sleep. Don't underestimate the importance of sleep. It is important. But imagine your AI twin literally interactively, not only interacting with them, helping them grow in your business, giving you even more time to spend with your family, with your friends, with whatever it is you want to do. And then, of course, that's going to produce more money. But here's one thing. Don't worry, it's not going to be talking without you. Yeah, I mean, it's talking while you're not there, but you'll have access to records of all the conversations. So if you want to know what it said to that person that called from halfway around the world, you can go back and review it so you can always stay on top of things. Again, you're in control. And that's one of the biggest things that sometimes scare people. Everything we're talking about here, as much as this interacting, and yes, it's going to know more about your business in many ways than you do, but you always have control. Don't forget that. So, here's something that I think is really cool. Like I said earlier, remember, you can go find pieces of AI out there to do each of these things individually on their own, but they're not symbiotic. They are not integrated. They don't learn from each other. Your CRM is not learning from your website editor, and your web hosting or your AI action agent is not learning from your AI video generator. They're not. They don't have any idea what each is going on. You can buy them anywhere, and these are low cost ones. I tell you, some of these, I mean, they'll do the basics, but if you're involved in a little bit of a higher level business, you're probably going to pay closer to 800 or $1,000 or more. But let's just go with the low cost ones because even at that, we still are less than one third of the price. So unmatched value, here you go. Strong value for all members, accessible by members around the globe, no matter where you are in the world, with the exception of, I think there's a few countries we can't offer. The ones that probably have like dictatorial regimes, we just can't do business there. So we don't have any way for you to pay to get the AI. Hopefully in the future we will. Satisfaction, I mean, you can read these things, guys. Generous payout rates and great commissions. What am I talking about? Let's take a look at this. I shared how big the market is. You see this right here. If you look at all small to mid-sized business, it's going to 15.7 trillion. Globally, there's hundreds of millions of freelancers and business owners. Here you go. If you don't just want to use it, and if you're thinking that, you know what, gosh, my business associates, my friends, my family, they're in business, they probably want this. It's really quick. I'm going to share it with you. Anybody that you share this with that wants to get it, the first month they get it, you're going to get a 50% acquisition bonus. So for that $49 one, let's just call it 50, you're going to get 50%. That's like $25 minus a penny or two. 99 one's roughly 100, so those $50. Share with two, recouped your initial cost to start. There you go. And then every month going on after that, you're going to get 20%. So basically $10 and $20 a month. Now, those of you that want to build a team, by literally just paying $19 extra, you can build a team where through 8 levels of people, you can earn commissions on everybody spending their $49 or $99 each and every month. Now, a few things I'm going to tell you about this that make this so impactful, so powerful, more so than anything in the entire affiliate marketing industry. Number one, we are dollar for dollar. If somebody pays $49, your commissions is based on $49. We don't put a PV, BV, CV. Those that know, you know. None of that. It's not 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents, 80 cents on the dollar. It's dollar for dollar. Second thing is, I want you to look at the very highest level because I've always been taught, and I've always taught, that make the company's maximums your minimums. The thing is, in most companies, the maximum starts at $1 million or 2 million or 3 million. The biggest one I saw was 6 million. Do you know what it takes to do $6 million in volume? Not annually, that's monthly. Well, look at ours. Ours, you just need to have 5 individual legs. That means you got somebody with an AI that got somebody. You got somebody else with an AI, got somebody. 5 individual legs with 20,000 in volume. It's a total of $100,000 in 99.9% of all the plans I've ever seen. That is like that's like on the lower part of the middle level of the rank events. Would that be like where our mentor partner is in most other compensation plans? Ours at that level is 1,000. So less legs, less volume than anything that has any value out there. And of course, you see the ones on the bottom here. We utilize dynamic compression. We give you 4 levels of check match. We give you infinity bonuses down each league as you've added. We have everything. If you have wanted it in a plan, I promise you it is here. If you know compensation plans, and not just on the surface, but if you understand them from a psychology standpoint of what you want them to do to reward people, and if you understand them on functions that say, me as a company owner, if it were me, I want to make sure I can pay my people as much as I can as long as they perform and they earn it. If they do, I want to make sure I can put as much money in their pocket as I possibly can because I know the happier they are, the more successful they are, the more successful my company is going to be. So I'm going to dole out every penny I can to them. And this right here, my friends, that is exactly what this company says. You don't have to hear it from them. You just look at this slide and you guarantee beyond a shadow of a doubt that's what the company wants to do. So as we wrap up here, guys, here's few places you can follow us on social media. Hopefully, you're going to engage with us right away and get started and at least get in line to have your AI. Like I said, we're just coming up on a month of engagement in here. As of a couple of days ago, we had over 27,000 people pre-enrolled in over 100 countries. That's only growing faster by the day. You can follow us in all these different areas if you like. And the most important thing, guys, is I would get together right now. I would get together right now with the person who shared this with you and let them know that you want to get registered. Let them know that you want to get the link so you can get registered and be in position to be one of the first people that gets the AI. And then, of course, if you want to share it with others, you can do the same thing too. What's going to happen is on approximately the 15th, not 100% guarantee, we think that's when it's going to turn on. And you'll then have the ability to start to access yours. Of course, you'll put in your payment information. And at that point, whether you just want to be a member and use it or you want to help promote it and share it with other people, you'll determine by paying the $19 or not. But the one thing I will share, guys, and I'll close on this in the world of business and even with your friends, you will never have as much fun doing business going forward as you do with Lev AI. I mean, imagine you go onto your social media and whatever language you speak today, pick your other language that most people would be least likely to think you would speak and go on and record a video with your AI twin, but do it in that. Post it on social media and don't say a thing. The next day, pick another language. The next day, pick another language. Heck, do it for 150 days if you want. You will have more people asking you, how in the world are you speaking so many languages than you could even imagine? And when you say, I'm glad you asked, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. I literally paid $19 to get set up in this and then $49 a month, and it could do that. And not only can it do that, it does every one of these other factions for my business and my personal life. I'm saving an extra 5 to 10 hours a week, and I'm making an extra whatever amount of income. Man, I've plugged into AI. I found the AI of all AIs. How about I share it with you? Would you like to have extra time every week? Would you like to have extra money every month? If so, let me show you how. You can just have fun with it. And just by default, you're going to have an additional stream of income. And we all know for intelligent diversification, we need multiple streams, and AI going from 391 billion this year to 15.7 trillion by 2030. We are in a convergence window right now. Make no mistake, only a few times in history has it happened. It's happening now, and we've got 4 years and 3.5 months to capitalize. Either we do or we don't. I'm so honored to be able to be here with you guys today. Do not miss tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get with the person that shared it with you. Even if you're a guest, you're going to meet the president of our company. You're going to hear the updates. If you want to get a great feel for what's going on, do not miss tonight. So, hey, Randy, back to
Scotty?
you, brother. Thanks so much
Yeah.
for having me here.
Thank you so much. Just one quick correction. The Bleeding with Blake tonight is at 10 o'clock Eastern.
Ah,
At nine
10,
at
7.
thank you. Thank you very much. Beautiful presentation, by the way. I absolutely loved that. So 10 o'clock Eastern tonight. I will do a business presentation at 9, but at 10 o'clock Eastern is the Blake updates, and those Blake updates will be exceptional. And folks, do yourselves a favor. You just heard from Scotty Merker. That was a brilliant presentation. The presenter was great, but it was the information presented by the presenter that made the presenter great. That's the truth, folks. When the message is right, the presenter shines, and you're just going to get your chance to do that. Scotty, thank you so much. That was a beautiful thing. And folks, I look forward to seeing you all this evening. God bless every one of you and make the future bright. Thanks. Bye bye.